welcome everyone. This is Botany and Board. I am Bailey, and today I'm very excited to be back with you all to do a traditional style playthrough. So we are going to hit up today's solo playthrough of Forbidden Island. Go ahead and take it to the board. I have it, for the most part, set up here. I have drawn out two of my investigators over here. I'm going to be playing as the engineer, which special ability is it can shore up 2 tiles for 1 action, and then the messenger is able to give treasure cards to another player for 1 action anywhere on the island. It can just kind of, I guess, somehow telepathically get them that card. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish setup. I have set it here on the elite level. Let's see if we can do it. I beat it on normal, so we'll see if I can be elite. So we will start at the drawing 3 cards here per round. And the game goes so that each order of play, I take 3 actions with an investigator. I then draw 2 more treasure cards to fill up my hand. My hand limit is 5, so I need to discard down back to 5. And then lastly, I will draw flood cards equal to the water level. And that is all she wrote. So my actions I can do. I can move adjacently, not diagonally, unless you're the green one. Shore up. So that means the tile I'm on or an adjacent. So if I'm standing here and this tile was flipped over, I could shore it up, flipping it back over. If a tile is already like this and it gets drawn, it actually gets removed along with its card from the game. And then you can give a treasure card if on the same tile. So that is why the messenger's cool, because he can somehow, some way give cards from really far away. And then last thing you do, so this is the very pandemic aspect of the game, capture a treasure. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to find these 4 treasures here, capture them, and then get off this lovely island. So to capture a treasure, 4 matching cards on a matching tile. So I would go get 4 Cave of Embers and then show up the Cave of Embers, turn them in, and that would capture that treasure for me. So easy peasy. That is all there is to it. So let's go ahead and start shoring up our thing. So 6 of these are going to come out to start, and these are going to start flooded. Coral Palace. Breaker's Bridge. Phantom Rock. Temple of the Sun. Cliffs of Abandon. And last, Temple of the Moon. So both my temples are starting out flipped. Okay, so that is all 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You leave these in the discard pile. It will tell you when to reshuffle. I then start out with 2 treasures for each investigator. So this one actually started out with the sandbags and one the goblet or whatever you want to call it, and 2 different treasures here. Okay, so nobody has anything predominantly. And then this game actually depicts where you start. So you don't, Forbidden Desert, you kind of crash at your ship and you all start there. This one you actually start in different places. So the silver gate for the messenger, and the red guy is in the bronze gate. Very lovely. So I'm using this little green just to keep track of whose player it is, because if you guys probably know by now, I get distracted. So let's go ahead and begin round 1. So the messenger, I'm going to go ahead and just have them go 1. I'll move, 2, flip another, 4, 3. So those are my 3 actions. I will then draw 2 treasure cards. And we already have a Water's Rise. So I'm going to move the water. 1 second. What is it? Can she have the ball? Please, just let her have it. Just take it, Lily. Here, go out there and play with it. Please, for the love of God, just go, both of you. I removed the problem. It's now looking at me from outside of the door. I'm actually going to take a picture of this so you guys can see. They've moved on now. Okay, so we got another sandbags, and then we also got a water's rise. So move the water tick up, I did that already. Shuffle the flood discard pile and place it on top of the flood draw pile. And then discard this treasure to the discard pile. So, in that regard, I'm going to go ahead and use I'm going to go ahead and use 2 of my sandbags before I go ahead and do this, because these are allowed to play anytime and does not count as an action, because I don't want to just start off the gate and have 2 of my treasures already gone. And since we're shuffling back up, it is likely in the 3 cards, 50% chance that one of those will come out. So I'll go ahead and play both of those. And then I reshuffle. So this is very pandemic-esque as well, where you normally like infect the cities, and then once you get an epidemic card, then you reshuffle and put it back on top of the draw pile. So it makes them more likely to come out. And this is from the same designer as Pandemic. That's also why I keep referencing Pandemic. Okay, so 3 cards. We have Cliffs of Abandon is gone. Goodbye. So these will just go off into the abyss. And Phantom Rock, also gone, like a phantom. We've abandoned the cliffs, phantomized the rock, and Coral Palace. So good thing we saved that guy. Now, there is 2 of each treasure, so you don't have to necessarily have all of them, but on the first round, I figured it'd be nice to have them. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the engineer now. So he is currently a little far away from doing anything constructive, to be honest, because this is the only one that's flipped down, and I can't even get there because it'd be 1, 2, and I'm not allowed to do it adjacent. So I'm kind of in a weird spot here. And currently I have 2 resources that this person doesn't have. Otherwise I would just walk over there and give them 1. So I guess all I'm going to do is I'm just going to move up 1. And I know that kind of wasted some of my actions, but we'll move up 2, sure. Just get a little bit further away. That's all I can do, I guess. So not the best turn for that guy. So 2 now, yeah, the chalice, and another red. Okay. And again, my hand limit is 5. Okay, and 3 cards. So we have Temple of the Moon. If a tile sinks, you're able to stand on it. If it goes completely into the abyss, then you are not. You have to swim to the next closest shore. Breaker's Bridge, which was somewhere. And Temple of the Sun. Okay. There we have it. So now to the messenger. So we'll go ahead and do 1, move 2, and 3. Get 2 cards. So he's doing well in the chalice, so you can maybe next time have him give the chalice to this person. Okay, and 3 cards. Misty Marsh. Tidal Palace. And Gold Gate. Okie doke, so engineers turn now, and they are allowed to do 2, which is very handy. So still only going to be able to flip though too, and then I'll kind of get halfway, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead and do, because there's only one adjacent tile, we'll let the Misty Marsh be. So we'll go 1, no, sure, I'll move 1, and then this would be 2 to flip both. Just to keep more in the deck is also nice. 2, and then I guess for 3, I'll just move this way to try to get these next time. Okay, so get 2 cards, and then I have a hand limit of 5, so I might just go ahead and use this helicopter lift just so that I don't discard a random thing. Sure. I'll go ahead and use that, and I'm going to helicopter lift to here. That way next time I can just flip both of these. Alright, so 3. Silver Gate. Dunes of Deception, and Cave of Embers. Every time I see that one though, it reminds me of on Aladdin, Iago, he says like, ah, Cave of Wonders. This is Cave of Embers, but for some reason it's close enough for me. Okay, so now to the messenger. So I think, let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay, and 2 cards. I was really hoping for a chalice, so we'd be in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 3 cards. Crimson Forest. Twilight Hollow. And the Observatory. Okie dokie. Over to the engineer. So again, for 1 turn, they will go 1. And then I think I guess we'll go 2 and then only be able to do 1, but 3. Just to go ahead and get the 1. Okay, I was going to try to get to this person, but I would have only been able to make it there, so I wouldn't have actually been able to hand over anything. And then the problem is that on this game, whenever you're doing the treasure, it's give a treasure card specifically. So it's not that you can exchange, like show up, and then even if it's not that person's turn, so it wouldn't have worked out for me to have wasted time waiting for that, because I would have had to wait all the way until this person's turn again. So, okay. So now I'll draw up my 2. So, Waters Rise and this. So I will keep this one, and we'll go ahead and get rid of one of the lions. Okay, move the water level up, and the discard. Okay, 3 cards. Cave of Embers. And Gold Gate is gone. And Temple of the Moon. Alright, so messenger. So I actually want to use the messenger's ability this time to give this to this player. And then we'll just discard the lion again. And so that was one turn, or one action. And then we will just go 2 actions and 3 actions. Okay, and I draw 2, hopefully a chalice cauldron thingy. Okay, well, not exactly what I wanted. And 3 cards, Misty Marsh, Twilight Hollow, and Dunes of Deception is gone. Sorry, I was looking at the screen. I always like to make sure I'm like in the, everything is still on camera and whatnot. Okay, so just did the 3, and it is now the engineer's turn. So we're gonna go ahead and walk 1, capture this treasure, which is the coolest one, by the way. This thing is neat. And so we'll put this over here. This is ours now. So that was action 2. And for action 3, I mean, I guess I'll just flip it back over, even though I don't exactly need it. Again, it's kind of good to have more cards in the deck on a certain regard as well. So we'll do that. 2 cards. Okay, and 3. Breaker's Bridge, Crimson Forest, and Temple of the Sun. Okay, so back to the messenger. So I'm actually going to use 2 actions to give. That way that person will be ready the next turn to do that, and then I'll keep that. So that was 1, 2, and then for the 3rd, we'll go ahead and we'll put Twilight Hollow back on the map. Okay, and 2 cards. Oh yay, Chalice! I just need to meet up with them and get the 1 more. And I do have a helicopter left. Okay, so 3. Silver. Tidal Palace. And Observatory is gone. Finito. Okay. Back to this person. So we just need to walk a 1, 2, and we will go ahead and do this for 3. So we have captured our 2nd treasure, 50% of the way there. Draw up 2. Okay, and then go ahead and do 3 cards. Watchtower. That was new. I don't think I flipped that one yet. Howling Garden. And Lost Lagoon. Alright, so now let's go back to the messenger here. Is that right? No. Yes, back to the messenger. Alright, so we're going to I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to go 1, 2, use the helicopter, and you can take another pawn on your tile with you. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and it does not count as an action, and then we'll flip back up the Howling Garden. Okay, and 2 cards, Waters Rise. Of course they do. Uh-oh, so now we're in the 4. Do you guys have Forbidden Island that is watching this? Did you just get it? Are you using this as a how to play? Just watching because you're a lovely subscriber of mine. Let me know what you think. Do you guys own any of the other Forbiddens? I have all of them now. This was my last one to pick up, which is ironic because it's the first one in the series, but I started with Forbidden Desert, became obsessed with that one. It's my number one played game of all time. I rated it a 10. And then I got Forbidden Sky because that was the next one that came out, and it was just okay. And then Forbidden Jungle came out, and I played it maybe like 3 times, and then I kind of put it away, and I didn't get it back out. I found it maybe a little more fiddly with the little bugs that kind of go, so yeah, I was going to replay that one because I'm going to do a little ranking. If you guys have been following along, I have little new board game review things that I'm putting up on like Instagram, Board Game Geek on a blog, so if you want to follow me over on Board Game Geek, and then Instagram, and then on my little community page, so that way everybody can see all the games I have and how I rate them, and what my little plant of approval rating scale is for those. So enough chit chat, Bailey. Okay, 4 of these. 1, 2. Oh, Crimson Forest. I always like this tile, so I'm a little sad that one had to go. 3. Ooh, good thing I saved that guy. And 4, the bridge. Okay. And we are back over to the engineer. So the engineer is going to give 1 card, and it's going to be the chalice. And then we'll go ahead and have this person discard the red because we don't need that any longer. And then they can shore up 2 tiles. So for 1, another one. So we're at 2 actions total, 1 for the shoring up, 1 for the giving. And so with my last move, I guess I will just walk 1 forward to be ready to flip some of these. And 2 cards. Helicopter lift and this. And then it will be time to reshuffle these next time. Okay. So 4 cards. Cave of Embers. Silver Gate. Watchtower is gone. And Temple of the Sun is gone. So unfortunately, Whispering Garden, as you'll see, is currently unable to get to. So it's kind of abandoned there, so no one will be able to... I'm not playing with a character that would have been able to get to it. So we would have had to do 2 flies to get there. So we'll just have to make sure that we keep alive these 2. Because they are our last 2 treasures we have to get. But now it is this person's turn, and they are going to go 1 and 2. And for the third one, I'm going to go ahead and give the tiger to the other person. Okay, those are my 3 actions, so 2 cards, and I'll reshuffle to do so. I really like the color scheme of this box a lot. Random tidbit for you as I shuffle. Okay. 2 cards, hopefully lions. Nope. Oh, yay. There's 1. Okay. 4 of these. Lost Lagoon. Temple of the Moon, which is somewhere. There it is. Misty Marsh, gone. And last, Tidal Palace is gone. Okay, things are disappearing. Alright, so it is now the engineer's turn, luckily, because we need to get our pathway secured back up here. So they're going to flip for 1, move 2, and flip for 3. Okay, and actually, should I have used my helicopter lift? No, it might be handy to have that. Okay, so we'll get 2 cards, red and Water's Rise. Womp womp womp. Okay, 4 and shuffle. It's not very many cards here, so some things are going to sink. 4 cards. The Lost Lagoon. 2, Cave of Embers. 3, the Bridge. And 4, Temple of the Moon. Okay. And, oh yes, I forgot to pick up my little chalice. We got that one. So only the lion is left. And we are now over to the messenger. So he will share for 1. And this person is just going to go ahead and get rid of these because we don't care about them anymore. So share for 1, move 2, flip 3. And 2 cards. And hopefully it's a lion. No. Another Water's Rise. Oh no. So we're going to be in the 5 card situation here. And there's only 2, so these are obviously going, I don't know why I'm flipping them back and forth. Okay, so 1, I'm going to draw out 5 actually. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have Temple of the Moon. Lost Lagoon is gone. Howling Garden, Twilight Hollow, Silvergate is gone. Good. Alright, so back to the engineer, who is still 1 short on that. So they have for 1, and then we're going to fly here, and I'll be 2, and then they'll just walk back up and stand on this tile, I think, for 3. Okay, and 2 cards to them. Is it? Nope. Of course not. That would be too easy. Okay, 5 cards here. Iron Gate. Copper Gate, Whispering, Bronze, and Fool's Landing. Okie doke. So it is back now to the messenger. So they will go ahead and flip 1, 2, and I guess I'll just move closer to Fool's Landing. Alright, so 2 cards. Helicopter Lift, which might be handy if all my tiles have sunk otherwise. I'm going to go ahead and use the sandbags and flip Fool's Landing back up. Okay, and 5 cards. So 1, and I'll need to reshuffle. These are shadows. Okay. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so the engineer get to flip in. So I'm going to move for 1, flip for 2, and then I'm going to go stand over here for 3 in hopes that I get this tiger. Or the other person does so they can share it with me. Nope, and nope. Lion. I mean, it's because it's a lion and I've been calling it a tiger. It's like, have some respect. Okay. Well. 5 cards. Temple of the Moon. Bronze Gate is gone. Copper Gate. Whispering Garden is gone. So that was 4, and I need to draw 1 more, so to reshuffle. So you can see that once your island starts disappearing and then you're drawing 5 cards, it's very likely they will again be flipped. I don't know if I should have exactly shuffled up the 3 that I had there, but whoopsies. Iron Gate. Luckily, it came out a new one, so I think we'll be okay. And if anything, I'm playing it harder than by doing so. So all is well. All is well. Don't comment. Tell me anything. Okay. The Messenger. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. I guess. Okay, and come on. No. Okay, well the Iron Gate is going to be gone because that is the water dries. So, okay. So 4 more. Howling Garden. Cave of Shadows. Temple of the Moon and Fool's Landing. Okay. There we go. So over to the Explorer. They will just flip for 1, and I mean, I guess that's all I can do. These are out of my control, and this person also needs a helicopter lift in that regard to get to Fool's Landing. So we're kind of up a creek here, guys. Up a creek, especially when no lion is coming out. This is crazy. Okay, I thought for sure we were like doing really well and gonna win, and I am not thinking so anymore. Okay, again though, just how the cookie crumbles. Twilight Hollow is gone. Oops. And Copper Gate is gone. So that was 2. And then we'd have to draw up 3, 4, and 5. Where's the Coral Palace card? That's strange. Am I missing a card? Like, wait a minute. Here. Aha. There's one that was missing. Whoops. But we still, I don't think there's any way we're going to win this here. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, Howling Garden, Coral Palace, Temple of the Moon is gone. Okay, so this person goes for 1 and then draws 2 Oh, there. Wow. So if only I could go and then fly, because both of them have the thing, but I cannot. So, unfortunately, in our flipping, Fool's Landing would disappear. And thus, well, technically, I guess actually I should. Yes, because okay, let me play it out, because technically on the helicopter lift, I could use the helicopter lift to send this person over here, because I only used one move, to go ahead and use my second move to flip this one back up. Then, so this is gone, which unfortunately I would need to get back, but this person has one, so we can take us there, but then we need another helicopter lift to get back, which I'm sure we can't do, but we're going to walk through the whole way. Okay, so Fool's Landing then will flip, and then I would have to shuffle, and then these two would flip, and then I'd have to shuffle again, and two of these will go away, and that will be a problem, because I will not be able to get back to them. Howling Garden. So it'll never be able to get the lion treasure. It is gone, 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 and also Coral Palace. But we're standing on our landing. We had 3 treasures. Oh, goodness. Well, I thought we were going to do that, but we did not. So, elite at this game, I guess I am not. So, there you have it, guys. That is Forbidden Island. Let me know what you think down below. I think it is a lovely game to play solo, where you can literally put on an audiobook, listen to music, do something else, have a conversation with people, and still make it through. So I really, really love it for that. And if you are anyone like myself who is obsessed with Pandemic, this gives me a lot of the similar vibes on the basis of, kind of like I said, where when the water dries and then you have to put stuff back on top of your deck, that acts very much like the Epidemic cards. And then also, this is kind of like curing the disease in Pandemic. You're just collecting treasures instead. So really enjoy it. If you saw my little review, it has my little grid, and I give it an 8.5 for Hoya. Oh yeah. So thank you guys all so much for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.